Hello students, how are you? Hope all of you are enjoying at your home and studying also. Myself Divya Sahu and I am from Word One School. Today I am going to teach you a new lesson in science for grade 4. So let's start our today's topic. Children, last year in 3rd class you have studied about living things, right? So what are the examples of living things? Yes, plants, animals, human beings, these are living things, right? So do you remember living characteristics? What characteristics do living things have? Yes, living things have characteristics like living things move, living things breathe, then living things need food, living things grow, living things reproduce, right? So these are few characteristics of living things. Now, if I come to living things, plants, right? So plants will obviously, they will also need food because they are living things. Also, they will grow, right? So the question arises, why do plants need food? Why do plants need food? Plants need food to grow, to live, and to repair their damaged cells, right? So that's why plants also need food. Now children, you know in living things, plants make their own food. That you have studied earlier, last year, right? And animals make food? No, animals do not make their own food. So how do animals get food? Animals get food from the plants. Children, plants make their own food, right? So what living things prepare their own food? Plants prepare their own food. And then this food is utilized by the plants and the other living things on our planet Earth. Children, every living organism, every living animal, human beings, they depend for food on plants only. Every living animal, directly or indirectly, to get their food, they depend on plants, right? So who is preparing who is preparing food? Plants are preparing food, right? So plants are very special. They are providing food to every living thing on this planet, on Earth, right? Now if I ask you about different parts of the plant, there are different parts of the plant. Can you name them? Yes, they are stem, root, leaf, flower, fruit, etc. Right? So, as your mother cooks food in kitchen, in your home, right? In your home, your mother cooks food in a separate place, and that place is called kitchen. In the same way, children, plants also prepare their food in a specific part, in a particular part of it. So what is that part in which plants prepare their food? That part is leaf. Children, plants make their food in leaf part, right? So today we will discuss about food for plants. What is our today's topic? Today's topic is food for plants. Now, what I told you, just listen again. Plants make their own food. They provide food to every living thing, right? And they prepare their food in a specific part of them. And that part is called leaf, right? Now, children, if we are studying about food for plants, the question arises, how plants prepare their food? Right? Children, all the plants, they prepare their food by a process. And what is the name for that process? That process is called photosynthesis. So, by which process plants make their food? Plants make their food by the process of photosynthesis. Right? Now, if I ask you, for photosynthesis, some things are required. Like if your mother cooks food, she also requires some raw materials, right? Right? She need water, or she need vegetables, she needs spices, right? So few things she required to cook food. In the same way, children, to prepare their food, plants also require raw things, right? They require raw materials, and these raw materials are carbon dioxide, then water and minerals, and sunlight. Also, one more thing, that is chlorophyll. Right? So what are the main raw materials for the photosynthesis? For the food making process in plants? Carbon dioxide, water, minerals, sunlight and chlorophyll. Children, chlorophyll, you must be familiar with the term. Otherwise, chlorophyll, I want to tell you that it is a green pigment present in leaves. Right? So, plants make their food by the process of photosynthesis, and these are only living things which prepare their own food. So, for photosynthesis, we will discuss it later. First, we will study about leaf. Now you know that in which part food is being prepared in plant? In leaf part. That's why, children, leaf is called kitchen of a plant. Leaf is called kitchen of a plant. We can also call leaf food factory of the plant. Why food factory? Because in leaf full food is being prepared and it is being transported to different parts of a plant. Right? So it is like a factory which is preparing food and transferring to different parts of a plant. Right? So that means what else name can be given to leaf? Leaf can be also called as food factory of a plant. Food factory of a plant. Let us discuss about the leaf part. What is the structure of a leaf? Right? So children, you have seen many kinds of plants. You have already studied different types of plants, and they have different types of leaves. Right? Leaves are of different shapes. They are of different sizes. Right? Some are small, some are big, some are like long, some are thin, some are thick. But children, leaves are different in shape and size. But still, there are some common features in leaf. Right? Every leaf has some common features. Can you guess that feature? Okay, I am showing you a few leaves, right? Like here, I have two leaves, right? What are you seeing? They are of different shapes. They have different sizes, big, small, right? But still, they have some similarity. Can you find what is the first similarity between these two leaves? Right, they are green in color. Children, all the leaves have common features, right? So first common feature of all the leaves is that leaves are green in color. All the leaves are green in color. There are other common features also which are present in many leaves. most of the leaves, right? So like I am showing you here you can see one line passing through the middle, right? And then you can see the side lines are coming. If I show you here, you can see it clearly, then mid line, then side lines, right? So this you can find in this leaf also, right? You can see the main line and side veins. Also, leaf is flat structure. You are seeing this flat part, like it is common in both the leaves. That flat part is present in both the leaves, right? Now you are seeing this stalk. This part I can show you here, like this one, right? So this is what you can see, this part here also in this plant, in this leaf, right? So children, what these parts are called, let us know one by one. If I talk about a particular leaf, what is this flat part, children? This flat part, every leaf has flat part, right? So flat part of the leaf is called leaf blade. What it is called? Leaf blade. So this flat part of the leaf is called leaf blade, right? You can see in many, if you observe any leaf, you will see this flat part in every leaf. It is there. So what is the main and flat part of the leaf? It is leaf blade. The another name for leaf blade is leaf lamina. Now children, in every leaf, a thick line passes through the middle of the leaf. You can more clearly see on the back side. You can see a thin line is passing through the middle of the leaf, right? It is present in every leaf and it is called midrib. What it is called? Midrib. Now from the midrib, many side lines arise, right? These side lines are called side veins. What are these called? Side veins. So what I told you, leaf has a flat part, that is called leaf blade or leaf lamina. From middle of the leaf, there goes a line, a thick line, that is called midrib or vein, mid vein. And from the mid vein or midrib, small thin lines arise and these lines are called side veins, right? This is the tip of leaf. What is this? Tip of the leaf. And children, here you can see this structure, right? This one, this is what? The stalk. It is called stalk or petiole. By this structure, by this petiole, by this stalk, leaves are attached to stem, right? So these are different structures like leaf blade, midrib, side veins, then this petiole, and this is like tip. This is what, children? This is margin of the leaf. Now, why these midrib and side veins are there, children? Children, in you have water supply, right? From where do you get water supply? You get through taps. And from these taps are connected to what? These taps are connected to water tank, right? So these water tanks, they are supplying water to your home. In the same way, children, leaves also have these thin tubes. These are thin tubes which run along the leaf. And these tubes, they transport water, minerals and food to different parts, right? Now, so I'm going to draw a diagram. One more thing, children, I want to tell you that generally leaves have upper surface, upper part of the leaf. This side is darker and this side is, lower side is lighter in color, right? In most of the leaves, what is the upper part, the upper side of the leaf is darker because it receives more sunlight, and lower side of the leaf is lighter in color because it receives less sunlight, right? So now you know that every leaf has lamina, midrib, side vein and tip. and petiole and margins, and upper side is darker than the lower side of the leaf. Now children, I told you that living things breathe. Plants also breathe, right? So like we have nose to breathe, plants also have some structure on leaf by which they breathe and by which they do photosynthesis. Children, plants do photosynthesis in day and they do breathing in night, right? So for photosynthesis, for photosynthesis also they require some nose-like structure in them, right? For the exchange of gases. So children, on lower side of every leaf, mostly small tiny pores are present. What are present on lower side of the leaf? Small tiny holes are present on underside of every leaf. And that small and tiny pores are called as stomata. What are those called? Stomata. You have studied in 3rd grade. What are stomata? Stomata are small tiny holes present on the underside of a leaf. Now if I ask you what is the function of stomata? Stomata helps in exchange of gases in plants. Right? So what structure helps for the exchange of gases in plants? Stomata. Right? One more thing children, all the leaves, they contain chlorophyll. That's why they look green in color. As I told you in the starting of our lecture that all the leaves look green in color because they have a green pigment, and then that green pigment is called chlorophyll. Right? So stomata is there in leaf, chlorophyll is there in leaf, right? Now let me show you diagram of a leaf, what we have studied. See here. What is it? Yes, it is a leaf. So now children, you will tell me what are the structures. What is this children? This is flat green part of leaf, and that flat green part of leaf is called lamina or leaf blade. Now what is this middle thick line? What is this thick line which is going through the middle of a leaf? This is midrib. What is this? Midrib or midvein. Now what are these structures? These are side veins. What is this? This is petiole. Petiole, or we can call it stalk. Right? By this petiole, leaf is attached to stem branch. So what is the function of petiole? With the help of petiole, leaf is attached to stem branch. Children, also small leaf-like structures are present at the base of leaf. At the base of leaf, where petiole touches stem branch, there small leaf-like structures are present, and these small leaf-like structures which are present at the base of leaf, these are called stipules. What are these called? These are called stipule. Right? And the point from where a leaf arises on the stem branch. The point on which leaf arises on stem branch, that point, it is called what? This is called axil. This is called axil. Right, children? So these are different parts of a plant. The main part of the leaf is leaf lamina. Right? This is leaf lamina. Then the flat, broad part of the plant leaf is called, like here you can see the flat part is called leaf lamina. Then through middle of the leaf, a thick tube runs. That thick tube is called midrib. Then small thin tubes arise from the midrib, and these are called side veins. Then base of the leaf is called petiole or stalk, by which leaf is attached to the stem. Now at the base of the leaf there are small leaf-like structures which are called stipule. Then the point where leaf joins to the stem branch, that point is called axil. Right? Also this is tip of the leaf, children, and this is margin. What is this? This is margin of the leaf. So children, this was all about structure of the leaf. Children, this is a close view about the parts of a leaf. Hope you got all the points clear and all the things are clear to you about leaf. In our next topic, we will study about food making process in plants. Here you can see diagram of a leaf. Same parts are there, like blade or lamina, petiole, stipule, midrib, side veins, and side veins are further dividing into a small vein. This is a more clear picture.